Welcome to ThaiPBS English News Service. Tonight you with me, Jataporn. Thai scientists are supporting NASA's request to set up a study based on regional climate change at U-Tapao Airport in Rayong Province, and they will submit a letter to the Prime Minister tomorrow asking the government to accelerate approval of this. Meanwhile, the Foreign Minister says that NASA's request should be considered at a parliamentary meeting because the opposition is claiming that the government will use this opportunity to pressure the U.S. to grant a U.S. visa to fugitive former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. He also expected that the project might not be approved by NASA's deadline tomorrow. NASA said tomorrow as a deadline for Thailand make a decision on whether the U.S. Space Agency will be allowed to set up a base for a regional climate condition study and a disaster relief center at U-Tapao in Rayong Province. Today, after Jataporn Chaikun, Thailand's foreign minister held a discussion about NASA's request with Kistri Kinney, the U.S. ambassador to Thailand. He revealed that the issue will be considered at tomorrow's cabinet meeting, and if it is approved by the cabinet, it will still take another 2 weeks to finalize approval. And however, NASA needs to know the answer tomorrow because the agency has to install equipment in advance. The foreign minister's personal opinion is that NASA's request should be considered at a parliamentary meeting due to speculation that the government will take advantage of this project to bargain for a U.S. visa for fugitive former Prime Minister Thaksin Shinawatra. Meanwhile, the Science and Technology Ministry indicated that tomorrow's cabinet meeting will consider NASA's request as a special case, while the National Stability Department and legal advisors agree that NASA's request does not need to be approved by Parliament. But if further explanation of NASA's activities is required, they will submit the project to a parliamentary meeting. Jataporn, Secretary of the Office of the Council of State, indicated that NASA's activities at U-Tapao Airport do not affect national stability, so he does not believe that it requires parliamentary consideration, adding that NASA has a clear project design and schedule for the use of U-Tapao Airport as a study base. Additionally, Ayuthaya, Director of Center of Excellence for Climate Change Knowledge Management, indicated that if the government cancels this project because of the political reasons, Thailand will lose the benefit of the human resources and information development and miss out on the opportunity for Thai researchers to work jointly with NASA on the study of regional climate changes. Furthermore, Associate Professor Serm Chanchai, Science Professor at Silapakorn University, says that NASA's project is one of the world's biggest and most complex research projects in climate change, capable of predicting floods and drought across this region. Jataporn Thai MP and key leader of the Red Shirt Group is preparing to sue the Constitution Court, claiming that the court does not have the authority to revoke Jataporn's bail, and the Red Shirts continue their protest against the Constitution Court judges. The Red Shirt movement is still protesting against the Constitution Court's decision to halt parliamentary consideration of the government's reconciliation bills as well as revocation of Jataporn's bail while being detained on terrorism charges. Tomorrow, Jataporn Thai MP will sue the Constitution Court, questioning the court's authority to revoke the bail. Authorities have successfully apprehended the 2 men suspected of stabbing one Australian tourist to death and wounding another while attempting to rob the victims last Wednesday night in Phuket. It was later discovered that one of the suspects had previously been convicted of drug offences. Meanwhile, the National Police Chief has called a meeting with regional police tomorrow to outline security measures for foreign tourists. The National Police Chief, Police General Preopan Dalmapong, revealed that the authorities have apprehended 2 men suspected of murdering one and wounding another Australian tourist last Wednesday night in Phuket. Surin Thapthong, who was driving the motorcycle, was caught last night in Samut Sakhon province. The other is Surasak Suwarnachod, who stabbed Michelle Smith to death while trying to snatch her bag. He was arrested earlier this morning in Jataporn province. Following background checks, it was discovered that one of the suspected had been convicted for drug-related offences. The authorities will further examine evidence taken from CCTV cameras in the area of the attack. Tomorrow, the National Police Chief will also meet with Phuket Provincial Police to outline security measures for foreign tourists. Meanwhile, a group of local hotel operators met with the Phuket governor today to ask for tighter security for foreign travelers and say that they are willing to cooperate with the authorities, including the setting up more CCTV cameras. The Malaysian High Court has ordered the extradition of Thailand of an Iranian man suspected of involvement in the February bomb blast in Bangkok. Here's more.
31-year-old Masood Sediqat-Zadeh has been detained by Malaysian authorities in Kuala Lumpur since February 15th, after he attempted to flee from Thailand to Tehran via Malaysia. Zadeh's lawyer, Mohammed Nasir Hussain, said his client denies involvement in the attack.
He said he wasn't involved. He doesn't know about the bomb and all that. He was only associating with those people involved, but he doesn't know that but they were involved in other activities he didn't know.
Judge Komati Supir made the decision to approve the suspect's extradition to Thailand after a 2-hour court hearing, saying that she did not believe the defendant's claim that he was not involved. Prosecutor Lamal Baharin Omar said Zadeh can still appeal against the court's decision by filing a petition for a writ of habeas corpus. He added that if Zadeh wishes to appeal, his application will only be considered as long as he files it within 15 days.
If he failed to file the writ of habeas corpus within time, so the minister may issue the order to transfer him to Thailand. But if he filed the application, the writ of habeas corpus within time, so the order will be stayed. So his case will be reheard, re-argued before the High Court.
The 3 blasts in Bangkok on February the 14th are believed to be related to the targeting of Israeli diplomats in the Thai capital. Hugh Adams, ThaiPBS.
Thank you, Kun Hugh. Experts warn that the Thai food industry is likely to face increasing competition from cheaper, higher-yield food producers from its neighbors as the ASEAN Economic Community reduces trade barriers and elevates regional competition. Rapid development through R&D is needed for Thailand to keep up in the age of the AEC. Here's more from Kuniranut Traichakwanit.
A freer flow of capital, labor, goods and services that will come with the birth of ASEAN Economic Community in 2015 will empower Thailand's food industry, a sector which plays a major part in the country's overall economy. Careful preparation of this vital industry is, therefore, paramount as Thailand seeks to take best advantage of the greater connectivity the AEC will bring while combating the challenges. The regional rice market, for example, is experiencing growing competition from major rice producers like Vietnam. With lower rice yields but higher prices than that of our neighbors, Thai indigenous rice is bound to face a stiff challenge from cheaper imported product. More worryingly, some ASEAN members have already announced food security policies to increase rice production to match their domestic consumption for self-sufficiency.
After the 2015, after ASEAN's economic community, I think the rice market for ASEAN, particularly for Thailand, is the fair competition for rice because of the demand from these 3 countries, I mean Indonesia, Malaysia and Philippines, will be decreased because these 3 countries will have policy to produce their own rice products.
Responding to internal and external challenges, the vice chairman of the Thai Chamber of Commerce affirmed that Thai food companies have already started investing and establishing their foothold abroad.
Some of the companies, even the small enterprises, already invested in some country in AEC country. For example, in Myanmar, in Cambodia, in Laos. So if we spend a little bit more time studying the structure of the market. I think most food companies will be ready to go ahead investing in ASEAN countries.
Thailand is one of the world's 10 largest food exporting countries. The country's overall food sector, however, currently has a production capacity of 70% of its full potential. Rapid development and therefore greater emphasis on R&D is required ahead of joining the AEC in 2015. Naruhito Thaijakwanit, Thai PBS.
Thank you, Naruhito. Thailand and Japan established diplomatic relations 125 years ago. Crown Prince Naruhito of Japan is on his 4th official visit to Thailand from today to June 27th to strengthen bilateral ties. Crown Prince Naruhito of Japan was greeted by Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra at Government House. After being greeted by a guard of honor, Crown Prince Naruhito was officially greeted by cabinet members, ambassadors, and senior government officials. The Prime Minister Yingluck presented souvenirs puppets of characters from Thai literature. During his visit, Prince Naruhito will have an audience with Their Majesty, the King and Queen, as well as Princess Sirinthorn. Prince Naruhito will visit historical sites in Ayutthaya province and meet with Japanese residents in Thailand. Bollywood or Hindi cinema, a huge part of the Indian film industry, has been popular across the world since the 1940s. Bollywood's liveliness through song and dance means the genre can compete with Hollywood. However, Bollywood films have never really caught the imagination of Thai moviegoers. However, Colors of Passion, a film based on the life of the great Indian painter Raja Ravi Verma, is hoping to expand Bollywood's appeal to Thailand. Here's more from Kun Kankorn Raktham.
Nowadays, Thai people have become more and more interested in alternative forms of cinema, providing, as it does, more variety, a less commercial feel, and an opportunity for Thai people to experience the movie cultures of other countries far away from mainstream Hollywood. Colors of Passion, one of the most famous Indian films, was selected to be screened yesterday at the Cinema Diverse event, which is hosted by the Bangkok Arts and Culture Center, specifically to show films which focus on cultures and society in various countries. Nandana Sen, the female lead in Colors of Passion, as well as the film's director Ketan Metan, came to Thailand to promote the film and share the experiences of working in Bollywood with the audience at yesterday's screening. Colors of Passion is based on the life of a great Indian painter, Raja Ravi Verma.
Well, Indian film industry is the largest film industry in the world. We produce more than 1,000 films per year. In India, we make films in 14 different languages, and so it's a very, very large industry. Extremely talented artists and technicians are now there, and it has a very large audience as well. So the Indian film industry has managed to survive the Hollywood onslaught in spite of the fact that there has been a bigger onslaught.
Meanwhile, the Indian ambassador to Thailand said that Bollywood will be another way to introduce Thai people to the culture and stunning scenery of India, which he believes will increase India's tourism business at a time when India is investing heavily in developing the tourism infrastructure.
I think they would be interested very much in in looking at places in India, because normally Bollywood movies are shot in very scenic locations, and that way you get introduced to the country, and we hope that they would visit those places in India.
Bollywood is the nickname given to the Indian film industry, one of the biggest film industries of the world, the production center of which is located in Bombay. Recently, Bollywood films are being shown in American and British theaters more and more, and the Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry suggested Bollywood could be worth as much as $3 billion to the Indian economy within the next 4 years. Kankorn Raktham, Thai PBS.
Thank you, Kun Kankorn, and that wraps up tonight's edition of Thai PBS English News Service. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Rungtip Chonapalai. Sawadee ka.